Here is today's question. When you're ready, pause the video and give it a go. So again, it's an area question. This time we've got a triangle. Three-sided shape with three angles is called a triangle. The area is the amount of space taken up by a shape. Again, there's a formula to remember. So notice the area circle is different to the area of a triangle. We have different formulas we're going to use each time. Area equals a half times the base times the height. I can remember that formula and use it if I wish to, but I've got a little song for you which I'm sure you're going to love. I'm going to multiply the base times the height, then halve it. I multiply the base times the height, then halve it. I multiply the base times the height, then halve it. Keep saying that to yourself and it will soon stick in your mind. When I talk about base and height, we need to be careful though, because a base is any line on our triangle, but the height has to be perpendicular. It's got to be at a right angle. So for this one, I'm going to choose this as my base because I've got a height that goes at right angles. So my base times my height. So I'm going to multiply my base times my height, then halve it. I've multiplied my base times my height, then halve it. Could have written multiply my base times my height, then halve it. These will give me the same answer. It doesn't matter what order we multiply in. This will give me the same answer as this. In your exam, only write one of them down. I would write my formula. I would put my figures in. It's going to get you the most marks. If I go wrong at this stage, I'll still get this method mark. There is a possibility I'll type this into my calculator wrong, so be very, very careful. And my answer is 32.83. It wants it to one decimal place. I want one number after the decimal point. Look at the number afterwards. It's going to tell me what to do. 5 or above, I'll give that a shove. 4 or below, keep it down low. It's below 4. I'm going to keep it as it is. To one decimal place, my answer is 32.8 units. Centimetres in the question. Centimetres squared in the answer because it's an area. We always square for area. I wanted to give you two questions today because I just wanted to show you this base and height thing. It's very confusing. People often want the base to just be that straight line at the bottom. This has been twisted. If it helps you on your exam, just twist your paper around. But if you notice, I've got a height there that is perpendicular to this line. They've given me 3 possibilities to work with. It's trying to catch me out. I'm going to multiply the base times the height, then halve it. Going to multiply the base times the height, then halve it. I've got to choose this for my base because, as I say, the perpendicular height is this one. So I've got 24 times 16 times a half. I'm going to work that out on my calculator. Gives me 192 centimetres in the question, centimetres squared in the answer because it's an area. So I could have twisted this round to make it easier to see that this was the base, but I always want 2 lines that are perpendicular to each other and it's got to touch both sides of the triangle. So look out for that. They will often put one on that you don't need. I didn't need that 20 in this question at all. It was no help. Here's today's challenge question. I'm going to give you a slight hint, so if you don't want that hint, to pause the video now. They've given you a rhombus, they've given you a shape you might be unfamiliar with, but it doesn't matter, they've split it into 4 triangles. Notice that each of these triangles is a right angle triangle, and look at sides that are shared. You should be able to do this quite easy. It's not as difficult as it first looks. Join me tomorrow for another question. And don't forget, a maths question a day keeps those bad grades at bay. See you tomorrow.